Hello everyone, my name is Roll, and I am happy to present to you Subnautica 2 Experimental. That's right, baby, we're so back with this live stream. Actually, just today in general. Subnautica 2 Experimental is now public, meaning everything I do and see here is something that you can do and see as well on the experimental branch, of course. It is so exciting to be a part of this, because I know it's been something that I've been waiting for everyone to be able to do. I've been doing it for, what, I want to say 5 months now. Right off the bat, we have 2 new pioneers that you could choose from, which is pretty cool. There's also 3 new suit colors. I'm going to be choosing the white one, because I think that fits the aesthetic a little more. There's a lot of new stuff. But I know why you're all here today. You want to see the new region, don't you? You know what? Let's just get to it. That's what you're here for, right? So, before we get to the new region, your regular saves are not going to work with experimental. This is something that they dropped on me as well as a surprise. I think it's just so that like the public doesn't fuck up their regular saves. So you will need to start a new save for experimental mode. That doesn't mean that your regular saves are gone, by the way, before you start panicking. It just means that there's going to be separate saves for experimental branches as well as the normal branches. Also, new music. I love Ben's use of motifs in this game. It's so good. I'll listen to this for a sec. Hold on. Woo! It's good. Another thing I wanted to do that they surprised me on is I wanted to use the console commands to show you some more stuff. They removed that from the experimental build, so shit. Damn you, devs! Before we get to the new region, the trench between the Axum ruins and the Coral Gardens has gotten deeper. You'll see. So let's explore that a little bit. They have also decreased the radius of the Leviathan music, which is nice. Ooh. The effects on it got a little enhanced. Yeah, the trench, it goes a lot deeper now. But as you'll quickly see, it's not entirely finished. And I want to prepare you guys for this. The new region isn't finished either. It's still blockout. But that's okay. You're here for this kind of stuff. If you've been with Subnautica since the beginning, you know that experimental builds are always unfinished, but that's why people play them. People play them because they want to see the work in progress areas. But yeah, it goes a lot deeper now. They dug it out a lot. This will be the entrance to the Sparse plains. Turn up the music for y'all. Third region. Gonna be pretty scary. Oh yeah, a lot of sand, a lot of tar, a lot of dev textures. But just imagine it in your head. Now, something I wasn't prepared for by going through this place for today's stream, a lot of the things that were here for me are now gone, meaning I can't talk about them. But I can't talk about the things that are here. Grids. So as you can imagine, all this area is going to be just filled with tar. And the tar is really interesting because you think it would just be a texture. Well, it is just a material on a plane. But it does have properties to it that aren't implemented yet. And as you can see here by the orange debris, these will be starship wreckage. But what's really interesting about it is that it kind of leaves like a breadcrumb trail down into deeper areas of this biome. Something that you might be excited for is that Sparse Plains region is bigger than Coral Gardens, at least from the map that I've seen, from like a top-down view. Fairly larger than Axum Ruins as well. That's not to say it's bigger than the Coral Gardens and Axum Ruins combined. It's just bigger than both of them. That's what I mean. Now, obviously, as it's probably been gathered by now, this place is going to be filled with collector leviathans and, you know, the big giant clam. Fucking hell, I hate my allergies. Sorry, y'all. Is this an unfinished area? No, this is finalized, as you can see. I wonder if we're getting a new Leviathan in the big update later this year. Blah, 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 blah. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think so. Because the large update towards the end of this year is going to be this place. It's all about the collector. I probably sound like a huge nerd right now because of how stuffy I am. Now, what's really interesting about the blockouts here, Subnautica 1 and Below Zero had like regular terrain, right? Now, because it's Unreal Engine is kind of weird when it comes to terrain. It's harder to make slopes. So all this blockout stuff, these are just props. They're gonna get replaced with other props. Most of the terrain in this game is built with props. Lots of rocks, as you saw the devlog video, I think earlier this year, all about, God, what was his name? He made all the rocks. Rocks! Yeah, it does seem a lot of the things that were here are now gone. So I can't talk about them. But it's not gonna stop me from telling you about the things I can talk about, which is the caves. Yes. This whole region, there's a lot of caves. A lot of fun caves. So the caves are actually gonna serve pretty good purpose in this. Now, this is just my speculation. I don't know if this is exactly how the progression of this region is gonna go, but it kind of feels like with the collector leviathans being everywhere that this whole region is gonna be kind of like a stealth mission because you're gonna have to be using the caves to kind of navigate around the collector leviathans. Now, what you'll be using during this grand stealth mission is, I mean, it's probably in this build. I can't spawn it, so I don't know if I'm able to talk about it. Look, I'll nudge you in the right direction. At this point in the game, you only have the Mark 1 depth module for your tadpole. So you're not gonna be able to go deeper with the tadpole as its current form is. You're gonna need something else to let it go deeper. You can make an inference. I know you're smart enough. Here we go. These are the caves I was talking about. As you can see, there's lots of pathing and stuff. Frog? Frog? Who said anything about frogs? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh? This wasn't here before. Looks like they're gonna have like little pockets of these to get more of the bacterial culture, I think it's called. More grids. Oh yeah. So I don't know what causes this weird graphical effect on my screen that you see now, but I kind of don't want to fix it because it kind of fits the whole unfinished area vibe. Looks very dreamlike. It will be fixed later, though. Don't worry. It kind of gives me the vibe of we probably shouldn't be here right now. But yeah, this biome is very vertical. Like it goes deep, like really deep, deeper than we've been before. More caves to explore. Seems like a lot of the caves have been plugged up for now. Robert, it goes up. Here we go. But if you can't make the inference by now, you can probably guess as to what the new vehicle will be like, or chassis. Seeing as there's like a bunch of paths and stuff. Again, I would spawn it in, but judging by that they removed my console commands for this build, I don't think they want me to show you. And I am going to respect that. Until someone else leaks it, of course. But yeah, the music around here is really spooky and stuff. Which is why I'm really glad that they made it so that the Leviathan music gets, the radius on it's a lot smaller now. Now I can appreciate the void music. But with experimental builds being public now, I bet you're wondering, okay, so what's the point of having playtesters? There's gonna be more builds for playtesters now, before it gets pushed to experimental build, which is pretty nice. I wonder what this is. This looks like a door. I think it's just to spew out, tar. But yeah, there's lots of deep area here. And what's nice about the starship wreckage is that kind of, like I said before, it leaves like a breadcrumb trail. Yeah, and this debris just kind of like scatters all the way through the biome, going this way, leading you towards something a little strange. Oh, but I cannot wait for this place to get fleshed out more. I'm just happy you all get to experience it now. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, you can play this right now yourself. Just use the experimental branch. It should be right there. And if it's not, and it's not public yet, then damn, I fucked up royally today, huh? Will the devs be adding colors only shrimp can see to the character customization? I'll suggest that. Just for you. Why not? You know, okay. There is one thing that already got leaked. Ladies and gentlemen, the Subnautica 2 Submarine. Dear players, if you see this, please know we are not bringing back the Cyclops into Subnautica 2, the devs. It's fully drivable. but it's used as a test, so it will be removed soon. Oh great, now I'm lost. So I was gonna turn off the fog so you could see like how big this biome really is, but I'm not able to do that right now. So I have no idea where we are now. This is fun. Oh, no, I know where we are. I think there's like clams over here and stuff. Yeah, there's little patches there in the tar. Those are gonna be clams. Lots of green. It's probably gonna be a tech site. Orange. For some reason, orange. It's a very orangey biome here. It looks orange. As you can see, there's already some rocks being placed around the blockout, which is nice. I still don't know fully what the biome is gonna look like in terms of the art paths. All we really have to go off of is that one concept art that was made public. And I think we're at the deepest point of the biome now, which over here should be... Oh, nothing. Forget I said anything. There's nothing here. There won't be anything here yet. Do you know how many collectors will be in the region? I have no idea. I'm gonna say at least one. Probably more. I know it's gonna be there. Flowery told me. Oh, did he? I think there's a little bit of a biome transition between like the Axum mineral farms and this area, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick. How close are you to the tree thing? I think the coral tree is actually like just up there. Like that's how big this biome is. Like we're almost on the shores of it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna move the tree back a bit. Oh yeah, there's some like sandy dev texture here. See, it looks like there's like a giant building over there, but that's just the artifacting of the particles. There's nothing over there. Oh, here we are. This should be the Axum, the mineral farms. Am I correct? I am correct. There it is. The sparse plains basically fill like this whole chunk of the map. If you look at the map now, it's kind of like in an L shape. You have the coral gardens here, and then like the Axum ruins kind of like curve around. Sparse plains kind of fill that whole void. It's huge, super big. Now, as for what exactly you'll be doing in the sparse plains, I don't think I could talk about that either. Other than just, it's another area to progress to. Whether or not it's an area you progress after you turn on the generator, or if you can go there as soon as you get the depth module, I don't know actually, because none of like the survival like progression has really been implemented yet for us to like test out yet. It's still the world just being built. Oh yeah, it definitely has been. Look at this. It goes all the way out here. Yeah, this whole wall here has been touched up for the biome transition. It looks really nice. Big fish. Big fish. Maka, did you find the wet squeenbus in the experimental bill yet? I did. That is going to be a very important item to the story of Subnautica 2, the wet squeenbus. Don't forget it. Oh, did one of the blockouts just disappear? Oh, that was kind of cool. It, like wrapped its tentacles around the spire there. Dude, could you imagine it slither its tentacles into caves and stuff you're trying to hide in? Considering the new region has a big emphasis on caves, I would like that. Oh, do y'all want to see a new cool building feature that they added? I think you guys will really appreciate this. So, whenever you're doing snapping and stuff, it now shows you whenever you're like parallel or perpendicular to another prop. It's so nice. Look at that. Oh, and for those that didn't see the new customization, here we go. Now, something I do have to point out, you can build the Marguerite poster now, which is amazing, but I have to point something out. Notice how she looks like this in the poster, right? And then you go over here to customize your pioneers. Look, these took a lot of work. I know they did. It just, in my opinion, and you don't have to agree, I don't think they fit Subnautica style. That's just my opinion. Although, you know, it would be really cool if we could have a pioneer that's like really pale and has like red hair or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I'm just a little biased. One thing I also want to critique on the new pioneers, all 6 of them, something that made Altera's or like Subnautica's universe look really cool with its characters and stuff is that they all kind of had like these single strips of glowing blue hair. And I thought it looked cool because it looked sci-fi and stuff. Like Riley had it, I think the original model for Robin had it. I don't know. I think it would be neat if they were to give that bioluminescent hair to just some of the pioneers. Just to make it look more sci-fi. Is it ridiculous? Is it absurd? Yes, but it fits Subnautica. That's just me, though. You don't have to agree. Do note, because I don't think they're ever gonna do this, I don't think you'll ever be able to just make a character. There's just gonna add more presets, like pre-made characters, which is okay. A color wheel, that could be nice. And I know, like, people have asked why not just make a character creator. A lot easier said than done. I don't think there's any plans for something like that. A lot of work goes into that. You need an entire team dedicated to that. Costumes for a Halloween event? That's a little bit much work for a small event like that. Oh, you know what they should do for a Christmas event for Subnautica 2? Make all the water ice so you just can't swim in it. So you're just on the surface forever, permanently. But other than everything they've shown you so far today in today's stream, that's kind of where we're at now with experimental. And the other builds, things are a little more along. But I think these experimental builds are finally made public because, there's been a lot of discussion that I've brought to the developers and a lot of the creators where the joy of early access for Subnautica is always experienced through these experimental builds, being able to explore these unfinished areas and just watch them be developed like near daily. Like experimental builds used to be almost daily. What you could play today in today's experimental build, like for example, all this debris and stuff, the next day could be just regular modeled debris, just implemented. And I think that that is what makes Subnautica so special, because in real time, you get to watch the game be built. And that's what I'm so excited for. I'm really excited for that. Or maybe it could be something even smaller. Maybe there's just more rocks somewhere. But regardless, you get to watch the environment and the world be built. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I know why it took this long for experimental builds to be pushed out for everyone to use. But the point is that they're here now. But damn, now I'm wondering if I need to change the orange on my suit to white. I don't know. I still like the orange, to be honest. I think it goes well with the cyan. But yeah, that basically sums up everything to be found in the latest public experimental build.